Hello everyone and welcome back to BLVC Channel, and today we are going to be making edible cookie dough. It is so fluffy, so tasty, and just amazing. It also involves no baking, so let's get started. So first things first, you're going to want to grab a large bowl that you can mix all of your ingredients in. And speaking of ingredients, our first one is 1/4 cup of sugar, and you can just add that right in. Our next ingredient is a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. You can again just add this in there with the granulated sugar that we already have. The next ingredient we need to add is an entire stick of butter. I am just gonna microwave this real quick because it needs to be at room temperature, and it was just chilling in the fridge. So I'm just gonna put it in for 10 seconds so it can just soften up a little bit. You definitely do not want it to be liquid though, because that cannot be good while you're baking and adding it into your mixture of ingredients. Now that you have all the sugars and the butter in a bowl, you're just going to mix that together, and then we're going to also add in the rest of the ingredients later after this is all mixed up. You just want to get it to a consistency like almost like a dough-like consistency, so it'll be perfect when we add in the rest of the ingredients. After you finish mixing, you're going to want to get a separate bowl. It doesn't have to be too large, and you're going to add in 1 cup of all-purpose flour. You're just going to pour this in there. Next, you're going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract and just pour them into the bowl. Now you're going to add in 3 tablespoons of milk. Any type of milk you use is fine. This is going to give our cookie dough the creamy and fluffy consistency along with tastefulness. Last but not least, you're going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and you're just going to mix this in with all of the ingredients in there. Finally, it's time to mix all of our ingredients together. Once you've mixed everything in that bowl, you're going to add all of those ingredients into the bowl with the sugar and the butter and mix all of that together for a nice consistency of dough. Here I started kneading the dough with my hands. I did wash them before this just to make sure there's no germs getting into the dough. Now here's where I realized my dilemma came into play. We do not have any chocolate chips when I was making this video, so I decided instead to use Hershey's chocolate bars, and I'm just crushing them up into small little bits so that they'll be like chips. And if you do have chocolate chips, I recommend using them better because it'll just look nicer. Now I'm just mixing the chocolate chips into the bowl. I do not have an exact measurement of chocolate chips you should add in. You could just add in as many as you feel like you need or you want, I guess. I finally finished mixing my dough, and it is at a beautiful consistency, so I'm putting my dough into a mason jar just to store it. After I was done putting it into the jar, I actually decided to try and eat it, and oh my goodness, did it taste delicious. I love this recipe, and you can feel free to use it. Now I'm just going to be putting the lid on and putting it into my refrigerator, not my freezer. You do not want to freeze your dough. It will be hard as a rock, but just put it in your refrigerator so you can store it for at least a couple of days. This is the recipe that I said I would show you. You can pause it and take a look at it and screenshot this if you would like to use it for next time. I promise you it is amazing and the best recipe I have ever used. Anyways, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you found this helpful. I certainly enjoyed this, and I enjoyed eating the dough after I was done making the video. Please comment if you enjoyed the recipe and what you thought of the dough if you did make it. Like and subscribe if you enjoy watching my videos, and I will see you all later. Bye!